dramatically accelerating application development with Strapi. So before we had these traditional CMSs like WordPress or Wix, where we had all together front end, back end, and content, and it was really a mess because everything was all together and mixed up. So it was very complicated to, one, use your own framework or use your own language you want to develop with. And then, for instance, the people who would manage the content will start touching the designs, and everything was crazy. And even though the premise was like, you get what you get is what you see, at the end, that was not too easy, and it was more messy than like, you know, a solution, you know. So everything was a mess. So a couple of years ago, this headless CMS way started. Okay, this technologies that are headless, and what headless means is that they don't have a head, that like you can put any front end you want with any framework you want. These technologies would give you, like, will give you the possibility to create a backend, and then you can consume the API in the front end with anything, React, Vue, whatever you want. So the content is separated from the front end, and then you have to start thinking about how you're going to build this content. Okay, some good tools are like opening your designs, the mockups, and start thinking, okay, what components do we have in these mockups? Okay, so then this can be a model. Okay, but the model that the model is, you know, has no relationship with the actual design. Okay, so they're two separate things. And now we so this talk is about Strapi. And what is a Strapi? Strapi is a headless CMS, as I told you before, and it's really easy, and it has a lot of advantages. Okay, it's really easy to use because you just install it, you configure it, you manage the content, and then you consume the API from the front end. You can consume this the API like with REST API or with the GraphQL. It's like you have the both possibilities in Strapi. The advantage is that it's open source, it's entirely customizable, it's 100% JavaScript, and it's very easy to use, and it's really high performance. And also the community in Strapi is amazing. Whenever I get lost, I open Discord and I start like, I need help, and they will jump and help me out. It's really easy to deploy also. So it has a lot of things that makes, like, I think it's great. This is how Strapi looks. And what I want to show you now is I want to show you real quick how the Strapi interface looks and why it's so easy to actually start using it. So you can set up Strapi with any database you want. You can use Mongo, you can use Postgres, you can use MySQL or anything. In the documentations that I have it somewhere, I forgot to put the link here, but in the documentation there are very easy like grids to guides to see. Okay, you can install locally using CLI, or you can also use a Docker container. That is, we are using a Docker container in our project now, and so the only thing I need to do after the Docker container is already up, okay, and that you can follow this little guide over here to create a Strapi project in Docker. Using Docker, there is an official image for Strapi in Docker, so you have to add it to your project. And then when you have all that done, you just do Docker compose app, and you will have it here already running. And when the container is already running, this is how Strapi looks. The interface is very easy for developers and also for the people who are actually managing the content. If you go /admin, you will see here well, the admin, the login, after the login. You will see this interface where we have different plugins. One of those is Content Type Builder. And this is great because it lets you to create actually models that you're going to be consuming in your front-end application. So for instance, you can have single types collection, like models and collection types. For instance, if you want to create the navigation of a web, I would suggest to create a global single type. You can create here a new single type, for instance. Oh, here it's already created, but I can recreate it here, like global 2. And then here you can add the different models that are going to be there in you're going to consume. Like, okay, so for instance, I want to have URLs. Okay, so I'll create a new component that will say, that will rename links. I can add like a little thingy, and then I need to create it. I need to add it in a category. So I like adding the global components inside a category, like shared, because that is something like makes me organize it like better. And then you put here, and then you start adding your first component. Here you need to choose if it's going to be one single component, like that it's going to be only one, or maybe repeatable. Like in this case, I want to do a repeatable component, or I'm going to add a link, a text. Okay, and this can be like label, and then I can add another field that will be URL. And I can click finish. And what I'm saying is here is that this global 2 type will have links. If I click save, it's going to take time because it's really running inside the Docker container. So this takes time. If you're doing it with CLI, it will be like this fast. And after my container is restarting, look. So meanwhile, I can show you this. Whenever you create a new model, it's going to be, it's like there's like JSONs, where you have all the different components that you are using and the different options. Okay, this is like the code of this, yeah, of this, basically. So here we created this global 2 single type, and we have the model over here. We have the attributes that are links, that is repeatable. And if we go here, we will see, wait, let me re-update it. Sticky. With Docker, you need to be patient sometimes. So here we have the single type global 2. And what we can do now is add links here. So we can add one link that says link 1 with your, like, I know, home, with URL dash home. We can add a new entry about us. We can click save. And when we do that, this actually automatically creates a REST API, a REST endpoint. So in order to be able to consume that, you have to go to settings, roles, public, and then you have, here. And then you have to click here to be able to actually get this route. And after you do that, if you go to here, /global 2, global 2. We will see the things. Oh, this is not working. Maybe I don't click save. Oh, okay, because I write it wrong. Well, but if you go here, okay, this is the thing. Because I'm using oh, why it's not working? Oh, this is weird. Okay, well, here we are. If I go to the global route that I already have, I will see all the links and the different things that we have over here. So this is like how Strapi is and looks, and it's very cool because you can add internalization too. So in our project, we want to have like different languages, and they already have a plugin for E18N. So it's awesome because you can add your locals here, and if you go in here, you have it in Spanish too. And I can show you the project that we are working on, how this is kind of look like. It's a very new one, so but this all come from Strapi. And if I go /s, I will say it in Spanish. Yep. So like this is an overview, very like fast overview on what Strapi is, but I really like it because again, it's really easy to use, and you can deploy it on Heroku, for instance, like this. I don't know anything about DevOps. I don't know anything about backend. I am a front-end and designer, so that for me is Chinese. And this is like very easy for people like they only know front-end or design. It's very easy to use and to develop with. You can have like collection types. For instance, if you want, I don't know, to have like a list of users, you can have a collection type here, and you will be able to add all the users you want or whatever you want. So yeah, this is like an overview of Strapi, and it's if you go to their Discord, they're awesome. Like, I am not kidding, they're amazing, because they always respond, and they have you have channels for everything, and if you get lost, you're going to have people there helping you out. This guy is the best. So I'll really encourage you to go and check Strapi, this headless CMS that will make you your development path more happy, and also the clients will be happy because they will be able to manage their own content. So yeah, that's it.
Thanks a lot, Gabi. Really, really nice too. I was thinking back in the days when I started working on software development, and I used some old CMS, and they were clunky and complicated, hard to set up. So that makes makes the work really, really nice. The flexibility of not being tied to a particular front end. Like,
exactly, and not even a database. If you like Mongo, if you like Postgres, you can use whatever. Like, the documentation is huge, and like you have, you can use from REST to GraphQL. You can use the docs. The docs are very good, and if you need something more like a specific, they will make a guide for that. There are like configurations on like deployment, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. AWS, a lot.
I have a few questions. Maybe they are more related to development, but maybe you already know, so I will ask them. Otherwise, we can find out. Do Strapi allow the users to have something like a login, like have a restricted area for users?
Yeah, so you have like WordPress.
Nice.
I don't know if this is going to be like answering you, but like you have the different users. I click the other one. Not here. You have the different users, and you can create a new user, and that user will be able to be an editor, an author, or whatever. So the editor will only need to touch the content part of things.
Nice. And can you do like static file generation, like what if while you develop the content, you save everything on a database, but then you want to export the JSON file and just have that on an S3 like that?
That is a very good question that I wanted to do, but I really didn't have the time to look at it. But I will definitely look, and maybe yes. I don't know the answer for that.
Okay, no worries. We will find out. But
Find
really
out,
cool
that will
too.
be great. But yes, if they have E819, and maybe they have that possibility, so makes sense.
Hey, hello there.
Hi.
I have heard about a tool before called Gatsby. I think it's
Yeah.
pretty similar to this one, right?
So Gatsby, so I've used Gatsby, but like a front-end framework, like React framework, instead of using Next.js, I would use Gatsby for that. There is an integration with Strapi and Gatsby. You can search here. I don't like Gatsby, but that's my personal opinion. But yeah, you can. I can send you this link if you are interested too. But yeah, there is a quick guide to mix both Gatsby and Strapi. I have never used it, but you can do it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were. I mean, I didn't know they can work together. I thought either was Strapi or Gatsby.
Let me send you the link here. But yeah, you can work together because Gatsby is a static site generator, so you can work together with Strapi.
And use Strapi as a content source for Gatsby.
Exactly.
Oh, but as far as I know, Gatsby has its own content source API, or it doesn't. I'm not sure, but I just heard about that.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ricardo. It has a source. In my experience, it was kind of hard to set up.
Oh, okay.
Just based on what I've seen from Strapi, it looks like more lightweight than Gatsby.
Makes sense. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Any other question?
I have a question. It's like, which is the what are you using this Strapi for? It's like, which is the project or kind of the complexity that you want to manage? It's a landing page. As far as
in this case, we are starting on a landing page. So I will show you a freelance work I did a couple of months ago. That I use Strapi. Don't judge. The designs were but I did everything with Strapi, and all these tour dates are added in Strapi, and this is deployed in Heroku. So in this case, I'm doing it for just a landing, like a website, but we are thinking with Ryan in Consensus to work it with to do it also for the application that we're going to be building. So I think the possibilities are very big. Anything you want to put the content management, that will be good.
Okay, cool. And the second question is, are you using GraphQL or REST?
I am using REST, but because REST comes for free, and since this is just a landing, I thought it was like quicker to do that. But maybe when I get to the real application, I'm going to be using GraphQL. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And you can use GraphQL and REST the same, right? They both come for free with the Strapi.
Yep. Like no, with GraphQL, you will have to add, I think, like a plugin. I'm not sure. But you have to add something. But it's very common. Like anything you want to add to Strapi is easy. Like it doesn't takes you like stress. It's easy.
Nice.
Any other question?
Cool, great. Thanks a lot, Gabby. Very good job, very informative. I think this is a great tool. Thanks for sharing with us.
It's amazing. Like it's really easy, and like I used Sanity for like 1 week, and it's another headless CMS, and it was very complicated to actually get the information. Like here, whenever you do a content, you have your REST API, your endpoint. You know, whether you wanted to use it with REST or with Graph, it's okay. You have it there. It's easy to consume as in the front end, and it's also very quick to deploy. So I think it's great. And they have to, I will say the Strapi people to start paying me for giving so many advertising.
Becoming an influencer.
Okay.
Cool, Gabby. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Gabby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We
Thank
will
you.
upload the video as soon as possible, and we will also share the slides on the video description if you want to check it out later.
Cool.
Bye.
Thanks.